From the ground to the clouds, I'm living this flight. Dad on duty, coffee brewed just right. Jet set mornings, family nights. Come right along, it's a sky high life. Oh, take off with Alex, let's go. Travel tips and behind the row. Wheels up, let the good vibes flow. Take off with Alex, your window seat show. Woo!
Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. My name's Alex. I'm a flight attendant for a major US carrier. We're getting ready for day one. It is 1 a.m. 12:30, something like that. I was originally not scheduled to work, but needed or wanted to pick up for some extra hours. So I picked up for some cash. At my airline, we can trade our trips for cash. Airline has nothing to do with it. Something happens, which is very rare. It's not even really allowed to be spoken about. But that being said, picked up for cash, traded out of the trip into a trip that reported a little later, and then a commutable trip popped in, so I'm gonna fly out on the first flight tomorrow morning and work two legs, and two legs. Get paid 19.5 hours, work about 21 duty hours. Looks like a great trip. I'll be able to hopefully commute home on a 2:35 flight on Friday, but there's always that chance that I don't make that. So I'll commute home on a 7:30 instead, which is fine. We have a birthday party on Saturday, and then I go back to work for 6 days. I'm hoping to make that for 5 days. We'll see. My family has been homesick, so I traded out of the block that I was originally in. Today is Tuesday. I was supposed to go to work Sunday, be ending today. And Saturday, last minute, somebody asked if I wanted to trade to work their senior reserve. They were going to take my junior PM reserve, and their reserve is on the 28th through the 30th. We have people coming into town on the 30th, so I'm really hoping to get that off, but we'll see what happens. We're going to sleep for a little while. We're going to get up at 4. Have some coffee. I've done a lot of prep. My ice bags are packed. My food is ready to go. Part of the reason I picked this up last minute was because we had a lot of prepped food. So I was like, oh, this will be easy. I don't have to do food prep. So we'll see. Because we have guests coming, I'm already starting to get beds ready. So I was just ironing sheets because I washed them and they were quite wrinkly. So yeah, let's see what happens. I think my overnights are St. Louis and Kansas City, and I am working up front. So let's get it done. I totally forgot to talk to you last night. I had an easy day, 2 legs, Baltimore to Charlotte, Charlotte to St. Louis. Went quick. We reported at 12:30 noon. That's confusing. 12:30 p.m. Local time, and then we were done in St. Louis by 5 p.m. Central. Overnighted close by the airport and reported the next morning at 6 in the morning. So we had a short overnight. Unfortunately, I was awoken by the fire alarm. I wasn't out there too long. I actually slept through a good chunk of the fire alarm, and both my crew members slept through the fire alarm, did not get out of bed. So that was concerning. Reported that to my company, and hopefully they'll do something about it. Then we went to work and had 2 more legs. When I got to work the next morning, as you can see, Provo, our catering, had really overloaded us with some stir sticks. About halfway through that first flight of the day, I always love having Remy's Grams. Pour myself a cup of coffee, put a little creamer in it. Nom nom. Well, we got into Kansas City at a decent time, and we had 15 hours there, so I went ahead and got in a nice walk. The last time I was here, it was super cold, so I did not actually get out, just went to Union Station, which you saw earlier, close by the hotel, and the Amtrak goes through there. Went to a restaurant that was on our crew page, Jack Stack Barbecue, got some brisket and some burn ends and baked beans. It's good. I often find the difference between good barbecue and great barbecue is the sauce they have with it, as well as whatever like juices it's sitting in. This was good, not super mind-blowing. Sauce was okay. I'd probably try another place if I went back. Then I just took a walk through the city and tried to look for a coffee shop. currently 4:10 local time. Need to start heading down around 4:15 or 4:30 lobby. I'd like a 16-hour overnight here. I'm in Kansas City. Yesterday we only had 2 flights. We went from St. Louis to Denver, Denver to Kansas City. Served on the first flight. The second flight, it was pretty bumpy the whole way here. It's only like an hour 13. And we did not serve. So we had a 2-hour sit in Denver. I got some coffee. Did a little bit of work on Instagram and got to talk to my mom. Trying to decide whether we were gonna go on a trip or not. We normally go to Young Living Essential Oils convention. We were just trying to figure out whether we're actually gonna do that this year. We have the tickets, but we just have a lot of things come up, so we'll see. Today we have 2 flights. We go from Kansas City to Orlando. It's like a 2.5, 3-hour flight. And then we go from Orlando to Baltimore. We do have like a 3-hour sit in Orlando. So that's kind of yucky, but could be worse. Yesterday I got in and went out and grabbed some barbecue. It was pretty good. The barbecue itself was like alright. I got some brisket and some pork burnt ends. I personally like my burnt ends a little more burnt and flavorful. But the sauce that the place had was really good. And so it was nice, it was good. I had a good hazy IPA. When I get a hazy, it's the one kind of drink I do prefer somewhat fruity. And this one was a local Kansas City beer, not extremely fruity. So it wasn't like my favorite, but it was good. Then I went to a coffee shop. Cannot remember. It started with an M, I want to say. But they partner with various coffee growers and roast the coffee here. The mission was just really cool, and they had their homemade syrup. So I think it was called the Honey Bear. It wasn't as cinnamony as I would have liked, but overall it was good. The coffee itself was good. I definitely go back. So I would be intrigued to try some of their other flavorings. They also had a lot of pastries. You could see into their bakery. They were doing a lot of proofing for things tomorrow. It just looks so good. So I'm gonna have to go back. And then it had like 3 floors, and there was just so much space to do work and get things done. So that was really cool. And I just walked around. So that was nice. It was a great overnight. And hopefully I will get home on the midday commute flight versus the last flight of the night. So we'll see. It's gonna be tight. Where do I put this? Who knows, right? Okay, y'all. Let's get this day going. Sat in Orlando for, I want to say 2.5 hours, watched quite a few Baltimore flights push, but we were not scheduled to work until 12 o'clock. Unfortunately, y'all, I did miss the flight to Charleston, so I looked to see if there was one to Savannah, and there was. So instead of waiting, 5 hours for the late night flight, my wife came and picked me up, and we went out for sushi once I got to Savannah. It was great. I'm honestly just super grateful that she is willing to come get me and that the kids absolutely love coming to the airport. It's an hour and a half drive from our house, so I'm grateful. Thanks for being here, y'all. A good end to a quick trip. We'll see you next week.
Take off with Alex, your window seat show. Woo!